I think African Rising it's not just a slogan. I think it's a true reflection of what is going on in the world today. With, of course, South Africa, as we have known, is already considered to be moving beyond the other countries of sub-Saharan Africa. But if we look at the movement in Nigeria, what we're seeing in Ethiopia, and of course advancement in Ghana, on the economic front, I think we can say yes, Africa is actually developing in Rwanda, Kenya, and what is driving this particularly is democracy is actually being accepted now in sub-Saharan Africa, which never used to be the case, as you are aware. So yes, African Rising, I think, is the time for Africa to pull together, move away from purely resource-based countries to industrialization. The SDG, I think, is a very interesting one because bringing in the private sector into United Nations agenda to eradicate poverty primarily is the way to go. And why this is just going to be a success is simply because it sits on most companies' corporate social responsibility initiatives and programs. So it's something that's been happening in the private sector, and I think it will only be enhanced and keyed into the United Nations agenda. As we're all aware, government naturally is to provide infrastructure, provide for the people. So taking this to the government area is actually stating the obvious. I mean, the primary role of government is like re-echoing that. But if you bring it to the private sector, it means you are opening a new vista. And I think it will be more effective and we're going to see results. Yes, I must say that there hasn't been sufficient awareness on the side of the private sector in Africa, especially Nigeria. Yes, there's been some bites here and there, but it's not been sufficiently propagated for it to sink in with the private sector in Africa. However, what pleases me is most private sector players and most businesses in Africa, especially Nigeria, is already keyed into corporate social responsibility, like I said earlier. And if you look at the SDG agenda, it can easily just sit into the CSR. So it won't be difficult for the private sector to key into this agenda. But as we speak, we need more sensitization and more awareness so that the primary objective can be achieved. I think one thing that is pivotal of the entire 17 goals is poverty eradication, and I think that summarizes it. Honestly, what is most important is health of the entire agenda, but we've seen that to be more of a government responsibility, creating affordable Medicare. Private sector can support, but after you're healthy, what is the essence of life? It's actually to be able to achieve and attain heights and dreams. So how do you go on that journey? It's actually the right kind of education. And when you're educated, you are liberated mentally. And when you are mentally liberated, it means all the ideas of, because the educated mind will be able to be gainfully employed, and the ones that are not gainfully employed can actually put their skills and knowledge into entrepreneurship. Then what we're going to see gradually will be wealth creation, and that in itself will phase out poverty. It's happened in advanced societies. See, that is when they start getting themselves educated, not just in tertiary primary, vocational education, you realize that people will start being liberated mentally, innovations, ideas will come in, and you have a lot of people that will be self-sustaining. And that's primarily the simplest way of eradicating poverty.